Those are some incredible photographs of what's happening in Colorado. It is really hard to gauge the destruction of Colorado's massive wildfires unless you are there on the ground to see it for yourself. So take a look at these pictures taken by a Denver-based photographer. He has been risking his safety to share these incredible images. Trevor Brown joins us live now from Denver, Colorado, where you are on safe ground this morning. These are incredible pictures, some intense pictures that you've witnessed. Some really terrifying moments this week as well. Any particular situation for you, Trevor, that really stands out?
Well, Tuesday, when the fire rolled down the mountain into the Mountain Shadows neighborhood, was particularly terrifying. I was standing there by the Loaf and Jug that's at about 30th Street and Garden of the Gods Road, and seeing the fire come down the mountain as the helicopters were going back and forth from a nearby reservoir to dump water on houses and to protect the structures was just, it was something like I've never seen anything like it before in my life.
We have been showing some of your pictures, but let's look at one in particular. And as you look at it with me, tell me what was going on here. We see the helicopter and the road really just black out. I mean, how difficult is it to get around in something like that?
They do have a lot of roadblocks set up. They obviously don't want you getting anywhere near the fire. So just about anywhere you try to go to get a good shot of it, they are there to stop you. So you do spend a lot of time driving around trying to find a good angle, but that particular towards the Kissing Camels neighborhood, and basically I just saw a bunch of smoke, and as I was driving I was taking some pictures. Probably not the safest thing, but yeah. It was just billowing. Truly the biggest, I've never seen smoke like that in my life.
Let's look at another one. Obviously there's been a lot of coverage of this story, but in one particular picture there are crowds of people taking in this unbelievable sight. Does it surprise you that they would stick around and take this all in?
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of people who were curious and wanted to see it. When I was at the intersection of 30th and Garden of the Gods, there was a lot of people there watching what was going on. But as soon as the fire started coming down the mountain, you could see that there was definitely some urgency in the air, and people started getting out of there because the smoke was getting so bad.
How close were you actually able to get to the fire and the smoke?
As it came down the mountain, I was right there. It got to the point where the smoke was so thick that I just decided to leave because my eyes were burning. I was having, my throat was burning. I was having trouble breathing because it was just billowing right at us, because all of a sudden it was literally 60-mile-an-hour winds coming right in our face.
Do you know anyone who's lost their home? Do you have friends or family in that area?
I don't. I know some people who live down there who are in evacuation areas, but as of this time, I don't know anybody who's lost their home.